be a benefit to her constituents.
Blackford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Scotland, of course, has been dragged out of the European Union against our will. We hope our European friends will leave a light on for Scotland. Mr. Speaker, during the EU referendum, the Chancellor for the Duchy of Lancaster said that when it comes to immigration, it would be for the people of Scotland to decide. Right. Mr. Speaker, on Monday, the Scottish Government published its plans for a Scottish visa, doing just what the Right Honourable Member promised Scotland should be able to do. Before the ink was even dry, these proposals were rejected without consideration. Since the Prime Minister would never reject a proposal before reading it, can he tell the House on what points he disagrees with Model 3? And if it helps, Mr. Speaker, it was outlined on page 20 of the proposal.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm every sympathy with the industries and businesses of Scotland that need to allow workers to come freely to it for the seasonal agricultural worker scheme we have doubled. And that's very, very important. And I thank the lobbying and the representations I've had from Conservative colleagues in Scotland on that point. But I think the idea of having a Scottish-only visa, Mr. Speaker, with a border at Berwick and a wall inspection posts, I think this is absolutely fanciful and deranged. And whatever there may be on page 20 of his document, I doubt if he explains who's going to pay for it, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, nobody's suggesting such a thing, and that just confirms the Prime Minister doesn't have a clue. Unlike the Prime Minister, experts backed the Scottish Government's proposals. The Scottish Trade Union Congress support them. The Federation of Small Business support them. The Scottish Council for Development and Industry support them. Even the MAC report, commissioned by his own government, has highlighted additional migration routes as a means of increasing population growth. The Scottish Government's proposals will boost Scotland's population, grow our economy and protect public services. The UK Government's policies threaten to plunge our working-age population into decline. Mr. Speaker, we were told we would have the most powerful devolved parliament in the world. We were told we would be an equal partner in the family of nations. Will the Prime Minister now read the Scottish Government's proposal, listen to the evidence and deliver a tailored migration policy for Scotland?
Mr. Speaker, we will have exactly such a thing. We will have a points-based system that will deliver the immigration that this whole country needs. May I say to him, Mr. Speaker, the way to boost the population of Scotland is not to have a Scottish Government that taxes the population of Scotland to oblivion, that fails to deliver results in their schools. Mr. Speaker, it may interest you to know that the SNP have not had a debate in their Parliament on education for 2 years. What are they debating today? Whether or not to fly the EU flag. They should get on with the day job, Mr. Speaker.
Jenkins.